So when a lot of people bench press, they may just lay down on the bench, pick the bar up and go, okay? There should be a little bit more thought process to how we're setting up for the bench press, and I'm gonna show you that today. So as we lay down on the bench, okay, the first thing that needs to happen is that our feet need to be planted solid into the ground, okay? So with those feet pushing into the ground, our hamstrings, glutes, and lower back should be engaged. Now, if the butt is slightly off the bench, I'm okay with that, or it can stay on the bench. I don't really care, okay? If the legs are not long enough to reach the floor solid, we can put plates down so that it raises the floor up to them so they can plant their feet solid into the floor. Secondly, after we make sure that our feet are planted into the floor, we need to pack the shoulders. So the shoulder blades should pinch together and come down to activate the lats, okay? So you'll notice that in this position, we have an arch in the back that's good. Now, if this is a position for your athlete that puts them in back pain, we can bring the feet up onto the bench, which allows them to kind of posterior tilt their hips and not have so much arch in their back. Okay, right down. So now from here, okay, we want to make sure that their eyes are set up on the outside of the bar. Okay, the reason for that being is if they're on the inside of the bar here, we may have trouble hitting the J hooks as they're going through their motion. Okay, so we want to make sure that the eyes are set up on the outside of the bar and they have to pull the bar out to them. Okay. Hand width needs to be slightly outside of the shoulders for your general bench press. We can go narrow for narrow bench press. We can go wide for wide grip bench press. The narrow grip is going to be if we were to take and put our forearms in on my rib cage. Okay, that's about where we're going to grab the bar. So the forearms would go all the way in. So come back off there, Connor. And then if they were to go all the way in, okay, this is about the width that you're going to grab for that narrow grip. Okay, if we're going wide, we're going to go about a hand width wider than where our natural grip is. So if my natural grip is right here, we're going to go about a full grip width wider than that. Okay, now depending on where that grip is going to depend on where the bar falls on our chest as we come down in that bench press. So for a narrow bench press, we can go up. Okay, we're going to start over the top of the shoulders with the bar. Okay, and then as that bar descends, the bar needs to stay over the top of the elbows. Okay, and all the way down to the chest, okay? So on a narrow grip, you're gonna notice the bar is a little bit lower. Okay, come back up. Okay, go ahead and switch your grip wider. Okay, as we go a little bit wider with the grip, down, okay? The bar's not gonna come as low, okay? Back at the top. Now, when we're setting up, okay, feet pushing into the floor, glutes engaged, back engaged, shoulders are packed, okay? We're going to take our breath at the top, big breath, fill those lungs up, and we're going to hold that breath all the way down and up. Let that air out, take another big breath.